You hear a lot of prating and prattling about this being the age of specialization. I'm a carpenter by trade. Time was, I could have built a house, a barn, a church, or a chicken coop, but I seen the need of a specialist. So I studied her. She's mine. Gentlemen, you are face to face with the champion privy builder of Sangamon County. Luke Harkins was my first customer. Lamb, he says, I hear about you specializing. I thought I'd take a chance. I built him a standard 8-person 3-holer, and with that my reputation was made. Done nothing about it since. 'Twarn't long after I built a big old 8-holer down at the plant. Elmer Ridgway was down there. He seen my work. He come up to me one day and says, Lim, I seen what you done at the plant. Seeing as I'm building on the old Robinson property, I thought you might could come and do me an estimate. A couple days later, I drives on over to Elmer's. Stick my head around the back and holler for him. He comes out, ask him where he wants it. He says, by a crick. I told him, Elmer, good privy needs a good pace. You gotta dig that hole deep and wide. Don't want that thought of redigging, stealing cross your mind while you're in there. Next thing I said, construction. You got 2 choices there, Elmer. Beams, joist. I said both is good, joist is cheaper, but beams hold more. And now your Aunt Emmy, she ain't getting a mite lighter. You get joist, one day she's in there, the joists fall through, and there she'd be, catched. You take my advice, Elmer, you get beams. Now when it comes to a roof, I can do 2 things here. Pitched or lean-to. Now, pitched might be more stylish, but it's not practical. When you got a pitched roof, you got 2 more corners for wasps to live in. And believe me, Elmer, there ain't nothing so disconcerting as having a wasp flying around your head while you're sitting there trying to do some reading or thinking or figuring. It might not be stylish, but it's practical. Go with a lean-to. The next thing to figure out is furnishings. I can do a hook or a box. Most folk prefer hook and catalog. I do personally, but your pa, a corncob man. Now, if you take my advice, Elmer, you'll get both. It won't cost you a penny more, and it'll keep peace in the family. The next thing is windows. Some folk like them, some don't. I don't like them, Elmer, and I'll tell you why. Take someone in a hurry, or maybe they've been waiting a while. 9 times out of 10, they'll go round and peer in the window, and you don't get the privacy you need. Now when it comes to ventilators, those designs I cut in the door, I can do stars, diamonds, or crescents. Stars was real popular for a while. People like the ragged shadow they cast. This year though, we've been cutting a lot more crescents. People like them because they're simple and elegant. Now I've done twin and hearts for married couples and bunches of grapes for the rich folk, but those come under the heading of novelty and it runs into extra costs, so don't do it, Elmer. Now I want you to think long and hard on this before you answer, because last year the doc insisted on a crescent and a star against my better judgment, and now he's sorry. And gentlemen, you can get mighty tired sitting there looking at a ventilator that ain't to your liking day after day. The next thing was the swing of the door. Lem didn't know. Elmer didn't know if he wanted it to swing in or out. I told him, Elmer, you want it to swing in. That way someone's in a hurry, they barge right through, you can catch it with your foot. Keep your privacy. The final decision was color. Elmer said he wanted red, a popular choice. I told him, Elmer, you paint it one color, you're in trouble. You go out to your privy one night, it's real dark out, you run right into the thing. You knock it over. You need to put some white trim on it. That's what we call contrast. It's like a railroad crossing, you can't miss it. A couple weeks later, I finished Elmer's. Folks around here say it's my best piece of work. Well, next to the plant. Some days, when I'm thinking maybe I hitch my wagon to the wrong star, I load the wife and kids up in the car and we drives out to Elmer's. I slip the gear into mutual and we just sit there, watching the sunset over that mighty fine piece of work. The end.